Welcome to the part number 3. So far we were been typing the commands one by one in the command window. But what if you want to be write the 50 lines of code and run them all at once? That's what the scripts are for. And when you want to be reuse the code anywhere in your projects, that's where the functions come in. By the end of this video, you will write and run your own script and your own custom function. Let's go. So first of all, we need to be open the script. So click on this home and then click on this new button, then click on this script. Now this editor is open. Script is the simple file where you can write multiple commands and run them all together instead of typing line by line, and you write everything, save it and run it with a one click. Okay, let me show you. Instead of I write down the all code in front of you, I just be copy and paste it here, which I already write down. So this is my first MATLAB script. This is called a the comments. Okay, and for putting the comment you need this sign. Okay, by shift 5 this sign is come, and when this sign is come on this row, you just write down anything, and this become a comment, and comment is written down into the green. Okay, then CLC, this is the very by default command which we use. Then all things, maybe anything is written on your command window, you forget about it, but by running this command this is removed. Clear all, workspace is cleared. Okay, after that I create a one variable x, assign a 10 value here, then I create a y, assign 20 here, and then I create a result variable and add the both x plus y into it, and then I say that display the result is this. Okay, this is the string which I created into display, so into the display, and then I say the results. So now we see the result in that way. The result is this this colons, and then our result x plus y, which is 30. Now we see how we can run it. So into the editor, when you open the editor, then this editor portion is also come in front of us, not the home. Maybe you are in home, don't be confused, just go into the editor and then click on run here. So when we click on run, then they ask for saving this project, otherwise we don't be run it. So I say that my, okay, and simply save it. Now you see into the files, my.m file is created, and now I click on run button, and when I click on run button, then our workspace showing the all variables which are created, and the command window shows the result. The result is 30. Okay, so in that way you run your first code on your editor, which is saved, and you reused it next time. Okay, when we run our script, then we see our this comment is not running, because this is the comment, and the comment means it's not the part of the code. So the MATLAB code is simply run and they ignore the comments. So, and when we save our file, then the extension of the file is .m. Okay, always remember this thing, and make sure to be save the file into the right directory. So one short key for run this script is F5. If you press the F5 on your window, then your script is run on your editor. Okay, now let's make this script a bit more interested. I will add a loop and some output formatting. So first of all, I change the variable name a and assign it the value 15. Then I assign this value a and change the y into the b. After that, I don't want this result, so I totally remove that variable. Then I say display. So into the first display I want the string, which is showing like that one, and space results, and again this one. After that I remove this line and I say printf. I use this command to be run this one. I want this sum with this functionality. Now make like allow us to be add our functionality into our fprintf. Now again I create this one. This is the sum. How they work, it's work in that way. This sum this sum is visible, and after that this mean this a plus b is visible in front of it. In the previous case the result is this column and then 30, it's going to the next line, but in that way when you add this thing into your string, then this 30s come here, okay, instead of into the next line. So now I click on run button here. Now you see result sum is 19, so sum is written here, which is that one. For this line, for these samples, the 19s are written in front of us. So for this thing we need fprintf command, which this result a plus b is 19 and it's come in front of this one instead of the new line. Now I want some differences also. So differences, I want differences with a minus b, okay, and I click on F5 again. Now you see sum 19, differences is 11. I want the product of these two, okay, a multiplied by b. So for multiplication we need shift plus 8, then a multiplied by b. This is the symbol which we used for multiplication. Again press F5. Now this is visible, and at the end we want division, okay, and then press F5 again. Now these are our complete results. This is the sum, this is the differences, this is the product, this is the division. Now one more thing which you need to be see here. So only two variables a and b are created into the workspace, but when we create the results, so these results are not stored into the workspace because we don't allow any kind of variables. We just be saying him just print that result, okay, and then fprintf give us the permission to be add the string plus the combination of the variables which we want to be printed, okay. Now we move toward the function. So a script just run the code, okay, this is the script which run the code. A function take the input, does something and give back an output. This is the difference between the script and a function. Now how the MATLAB functions work, this diagram give you the complete understanding. So assume this is our function which is create y is equal to square of x. So input we give the x value as a 5. You pass a value, okay, now we pass the x is equal to 5. Now the function put the x here and then take the square root of it, and they give us a 25. They give us the result as a 25. So in that way the functions work. The square of 5, so MATLAB run the function and they give us the return 25. So it's mean in the other file this function of the square is created and we pass him a value and then they give us the output. Now we practically see it. So for creating new file you click on this plus icon, CLC, and clear R. Okay, now our target is very simple. We are going to be make the function of the square root, okay. So now we write down like that, function result is equal to square of x, okay. So now we making a function. Our result is equal to x, which is the input, then we shift and 6, this sign is coming which is showing the square root of 2 and then semicolon, and then we end it, that function. Now our function is simply created. Now we need to be save this file, so we click on there here and save as. We give him the name square, okay, and save it. Now our file square.m is created. So make sure your function name and the file which you saved is the same. Right now the function name is square and the file name is also square, so that means it's working very well. Otherwise if you say that your function name is maybe square but your file name which you saved this function, it's not this square, it's maybe you put down anything like a, b, c, then its function it's not working very well. Now we go into the command window and we see how our function is working. For calling the function we simply write down the name square with 5. I want the square of 5. I press enter. Now they give me the answer 25. Okay, if I say that square of 2, answer is 4. So in that way we create the function and we utilize the function in our file, in our command window, in our script. Okay, so we also create here. If I say that I create a fprintf command. Okay, I say that instead of this is the square of a, so this is the square of a. So a is 15 and this is the square of a, and I press the F5 here. Now you see 225. So they generate the square of a also on the basis of this functionality, this function which we created. So every time when you call this square function with the different value, they give you the square of that value. So this is the power of the function in a MATLAB. Write once and use forever. Now we create a more advanced function. Okay, one more function. So again, click on this plus icon. The same syntax is I am going to be making the function, then I write down a function first, then they give us a result. So what the result, the file name and the function name, add 2. This is the function name. Okay, and same name I need to be for when we saving this file, add 2. There is the a column b, so it's mean I need to be passed down the 2 input values. And how they work, the result is equal to a plus b and then end it. Okay, so now we end it here. So I am going to be save it. So again, go here, click on save as. So it's automatically pick the function name add to. If it's not automatically picking, then make sure your file name and function name is same. It's very important. Click on add on. Now add to is created. So now we check it on our command window. So we say that add 2 and then I say 2 comma 2. Now 4, they give me a 4. If I say that add 2 and I say that 5 comma 5, so it's give me a 10. And I hope so you understand how the functions are worked. Now let me give you a quick summary of the difference. A script is no input, no output, just run the command, tap to the bottom, and good for doing task once. Our functions, so our functions take the input, returns the output. Reuse anywhere, good for calculations, you repeat. So in the real project you use both together. Script calls functions to the work. So this is the part 3 complete. You can now write the script, run them properly, and build your own custom function. In the part 4 we go into the loop and conditions. If the statement for the loop, while loop, the real logic of the programming, link is in the description. Like and subscribe if this helped you, it means a lot. See you in the next part 4.